URT, who are we? This is the URT. You are the URT. Pick up the URT. Smash the like for the URT. Subscribe to the URT. We got lots of things coming up tonight, people. We got lots of things for coming up tonight. Carrick is your man. That's what they're telling us anyway. Carrick is your man. Carrick is gonna get in the job. And we told you on this channel, we kept it 100% with you. Big up to King Saul. Big up everybody. Amy Anderson and Manu, the English midfielders tonight. Nori, yeah. Like us, subscribe, people. Like us. There you go. Big up King Saul. Yeah, people. We've got that. Newcastle apparently had to sell their players. Chelsea, there's a lot of unrest at Chelsea. But we also want to bring you the latest. So the couple of games have gone to extra time. Couple of games have come into extra time, people. In terms of specifically the European playoffs to qualify for the World Cup. So let me show you that quickly to show you where we are at this moment in time. So this is the standings right now. Italy, 10 men down. It's gone to extra time. Bastoni got sent off in the 40th minute. Tapa Krofnik equalized in the 79th minute. Moses Keane scored in the 15th minute. So yeah, that game's gone to extra time. Wow, Czech Republic have just taken the lead against Denmark. Ooh, Krejci, he just scored. Wow. They're at home. Anderson scored there, and it's Sulic scored in the 3rd minute. Ooh, it's getting a bit tasty, people. It's getting a bit tasty. Obviously, Sweden, Carrick'S, my guy scored there. He scored the winner as they beat Poland with 2 minutes to go. And Turkey beat Kosovo. So that's where we're up to, people. Some of the other ones kicking off later. I know that Jamaica playing Congo, if I'm not mistaken. So that's going to be an interesting game. But yeah, Italy would be the 3rd World Cup when they don't make it. This could be their 3rd World Cup where they don't make it. That is crazy. 3rd World Cup if cannot make it. That is crazy, people. Yeah, so those 2 games are here. Everything's to play. But yeah, Manchester United, Carrick is your man. That's what we've been told. Honestly. Yeah, well, this is what Italy are now, my friend. We missed the De Zerbi massively. We need tactician. Yeah, well, we ain't going to get that anytime soon. But anyway, people, we'll be back after this intro. Let's be having you. We are live and direct from Manchester, people, for South Central Manny. If you know, you know. This is the URT. You are the URT. Smash a like for the URT. Hype the URT after. And big up, people. Join us. We are live. We are live, people. We are live and direct right now, mate. Right now. Big up to every one of you. Like we said, Italy could be out. Denmark, who play really good football, could be out of the World Cup. I feel bad for Dogu's country. Sweden through. Turkey through from the European playoffs. So yeah, this is what you have, people. This is what you have. This is what's going on. This is what is going on, people. This is what is going on, Crack-a-lacking. Please smash a like. Zidane curse must be crazy on Italy. Oh, yeah, 100%. 100%, man. They won 2000 and 6, if people forget that. Mikal Carrick blood. Yeah, we know this Mikal Carrick blood. Mikal Carrick. Where are the regulars? Well, I've sent them the links. They might be jumping on. Hopefully, they'll jump on soon. I've sent them the link, King Soul. I hope you're well. Big up to every one of you, man. Big up to every one of you. But yeah, obviously the news dropped. News is dropping everywhere. Big up, like and subscribe, like King Soul says. I've sent the links to them. There are games kicking off right now. But yeah, let me just get you up to date on what's going on in some of the games. Let me refresh this. Italy still 1-1 Bosnia. They're away at Bosnia. Bastoni got sent off in the first half. Denmark 2-1 up against Czech Republic against 2-1 up against Denmark. Like I said, Sweden are going to the World Cup. Turkey are going to the World Cup. Sweden beat Poland 3-2. Turkey beat Kosovo 1-0. So that's what's crack-a-lacking, and that's what's going on. That is what is going on. Let me just have a look to see what else is going on. Wow. Tonight there are a couple of games. I think there's who's playing who. There is basically Jamaica versus Jamaica versus who am I looking at? Jamaica against Congo tonight. Yeah, big up, bro. I'll take Anderson, you know. I like Anderson. I'm not going to lie. I think Anderson is the guy we need. Anderson's the player that Manchester United need. He might not have played well tonight. This England is functional. This England team is functional. They don't have any. I watched a bit of the game. Very well organized. Well organized. Oh, Brazil, Croatia tonight as well. 1 a.m. and ITV4. But well organized play, win backs. Matoma scored, brilliant finish. Cole Palmer gave the ball away, and England got ran through the middle with quick passing and speed. Japanese always speed, tenacity, intensity. They always play with that, but they had a finisher in Matoma. Actually, you know what? I'll take Matoma. I'll take Matoma as the left winger. I'll take Matoma. I think Matoma's better than all of them. Maybe he's not had a great season, but he's better than all of them. But yeah, Michael Carrick, people. Michael Carrick. Reports say Carrick's got the job. Reports say Carrick's got the job. Reports suggest Carrick has got the job. How do we feel about that? Carrick has the permanent job. How are we feeling about that in the comments? We told you this on this channel. Ineos would always try to do that anyway. Yeah, this is what we're always saying, people. So tell me, how are you guys feeling? This is what we're feeling. How are you feeling? Romney, Belaber, and Anderson. What do you think about Cole Palmer to United? I don't think there's any reality to that. I do think that Chelsea are in trouble. Chelsea are in trouble. And that could be United as well. Trouble. I mean, Chelsea, so many players want to leave, but they've signed these ridiculous 8 to 9 year deals. Some of them 7-year, 6-year deals. So they're trapped. Enzo Fernandez try to get out of here, mate. It's not happening, mate. Unless who's paying 120 million pounds for Enzo Fernandez? I can't see Real Madrid doing that. Who do you think in world football is paying 120 million to get Enzo Fernandez out of Chelsea? Not going anywhere. But honestly, there's also reports that Newcastle might have to sell. Yeah. Nothing, it's not official. This Carrick news, by the way, it's not official. But Carrick is the front runner. That was reported yesterday by the Telegraph. And it looked like it was a briefing. And also, Fabrizio Romano was saying the same. Say what again? What do you want me to say again? I'm Titanium. Chelsea are in trouble. Everybody's trying to get out of Chelsea. And apparently everybody's trying to get out of Newcastle. Newcastle have to sell. That's the latest I'm hearing as well. So we're going to talk about what players are gettable from Newcastle. What players Newcastle have to sell. Sell to buy this summer. That's the reports, man. According to reports. So that's another thing we're going to have to talk about tonight, people. And obviously, what we're saying that the Tonali game is already over. Why does Newcastle have to sell? Because Newcastle have to sell to buy because the PSR rules. They don't make enough money. They don't make enough money, Newcastle. They're a one-city team. They don't have an incredibly huge fan base. They were similar to Man City. And Man City cooked the books, and that's why they're facing 115 charges. Because they put their own money in, the owners from Dubai, the ruling family, through various companies, and bloated the relevance and the popularity of Man City, saying that this company and that company wanted to sponsor Man City because it's such a great worldwide team, which is absolute cap. And Newcastle, apparently, their chief executive, an American fella, saying that they're going to have to sell to buy. So we're going to let's have a look at it and think, what players do you think we should be able to get it? But I'll just do a quick, every time we're live, we do a poll anyway. But yeah, are you happy about Carrick getting a job at United? Because that's what the big rumors are, people. The club are briefing it out that it's going to be Michael Carrick. Are you happy with Carrick as the permanent? Permanent. Carrick as the full-time. Full-time boss. Yay or nay? And what do you guys think to Matoma? Having watched him tonight, I was quite impressed. I've not watched Brighton, but I do like him. I think he's quite consistent. Well, ask the question as well. Smash the likes. Smash the likes. The likes on the video. Let's have a look at that poll. Let's have a look at that poll. Let's have a look at that poll. I have concerns about Carrick getting a full-time job. Talk to me. Clinton, what worries you the most? Let's have a conversation, people. What is worrying you the most? What is worrying you the most? Talk to me. Happy, but we all leave, happy. So no point working yourself up if you didn't want it. It's not, we're having a discussion. You know, this is what Manchester United fans. We're a community. We're having a discussion. I'm not necessarily worked up. I'm just saying to you that Carrick, and the question is, have we seen this movie before? If you were Ineos, who would your ideal Man United manager, if you were, first of all, oh my God, Alan, You can't ever call me Ineos, man. I would try to persuade. He's not doing great. It could be that the Brazil job could go up per shape. Obviously, the way they put out the other game, they're playing against Croatia at 1 o'clock tonight, 1 a.m. in the morning. But yeah, it could be that some people are saying that that they weren't that great, Brazil, and Ancelotti might not want to stay there. So I would take Ancelotti and get some really talented coaches, experienced coaches to get around and to basically come there and be about that life, so that at least he can put pressure on these muppets behind me to make the right signings. That's what I would do. But you know what I mean. I would have already done that deal so that it would have been known that Ancelotti is the Manchester United manager. Looking back at Japan's goal, Mainu was too slow. Now, it's got nothing to do with that. It's that when they gave the ball away, they weren't structured and the football was too good. To be fair, he did slide. He just missed the ball. He wasn't slow. He did slide. He just mistimed it. Yeah, big up Fury. Big up the gang. Big up the people. I don't know where the lads are. I'm trying to find. Yeah, so, yeah, well, that's it. But we'll come into it. The St. James Park CEO, David Hopkins, made it clear that significant squad investment or reshaping depends on outgoing sales, especially if they miss out on the Champions League qualifications. Sell to buy is now official club strategy for Newcastle. So they'll have to sell. So other than Lewis Hall, Tonali, who else? But we'll come to that. We're talking about Carrick first. Are you guys happy? Let me have a look at this poll. Yes, 44, 56% of you are saying no. It's quite close, actually. It's quite close. Very close. Very, very close. Carrico, mate. Carrico, staying, mate. Staying. Ain't going nowhere. Yeah, big up. Oh, super sweet. My friend just sent me. Oh, so happy for him. My friend's kid just sent me. Yeah. But it's one of those things, people. One of those things. Not convinced by Maguire as bad Carrick decision. Do you think there's some truth to City points destruction? Well, yeah, I'm hearing that the City could face. Yeah, I mean, 15 charges. They'll have to get relegated. They'll have to get relegated because City have done worse crimes than Everton, than Leicester, who had points deducted. They've done more than that. I think Carrick's performing up to his fullest, which is not good enough for us on what we're trying to build going onwards. Yeah, Clinton, you could say that. You could say that. Yeah, big up. We got done by Japan. Yeah, to be fair, they're the first Asian team to beat England. So, yeah, England are not what it's cracked up to be, people. Phil Foden at the moment, oh my God. His form is on the floor. I'm not going to lie to you. His form is on the floor at this moment in time. Phil Foden's form is on the floor. I can't stress that enough. Phil Foden, and obviously he's got this injury. What's his name? He's just recovering from it. Palmer. He's a brilliant player, but that's what he's just recovering from. And it's going to be very, very interesting to see what happens. Very, very interesting to see what happens. Let's just check over the. Let's just have a look, people. Let's have a look. Let me just show you this. As we're looking, let me just refresh it quickly and get you the latest from the qualifying, World Cup qualifying. Ooh, Denmark have equalized. Denmark have equalized. Okay, Hoist, yeah. Wow. Wow, this could be going to penalty. What a game this is turning out to be. What a game that is turning out to me. Denmark 2, Czech Republic 2. So this could be going to penalties. Italy and Bosnia still 1-1 as well. Boy, oh boy. Boy, oh boy. Boy, oh boy. Wow, they're playing in a very small stadium. 115 minutes, 120 minutes there, can you see? Boy, oh boy, it's getting nitty gritty. It's getting tight here. Squeaky bum time, squeaky bum time. I'm not convinced with Maguire Carrick. Yeah. Palmer looks terrible too. Yeah, apparently he's carrying an injury though, isn't it? Big up to Jamie Wayne. Nora, we told them all about Ineos, PRBS, and how they operate smoke screen 100%. 100%. People smash the like. Let me just have a look at this poll. Yeah, 45 of you said, yeah, you're happy with Carrick. And 55% of you say, no, you're not happy with Carrick. You're not happy with Carrick. You are not happy with Carrick. Yeah. Yeah, people. Yeah. Jamaica. Who's going to win that game as well, people? I want to put that game on. I think that game's starting now as we speak right now, people. Right now. Jamaica. Where can you watch? Is it on Sky Sports? Where can you watch Jamaica? Squeaky bum time, squeaky bum time. What would you keep Carrick for one more season if it meant we could get a Greek next season? Maybe. Yeah, maybe. I don't know where they are, bro. I've sent them the link. Nobody wants to jump on. Everybody's taking it easy. Nobody's asked about doing. Nobody wants to talk about these things. So if it's just us, it's us. It's all good. It's all good in the hood. But yeah. I don't know where they are. Let me send a link to some other people as well. Big up to people like Don Corleone, man. Yeah. Hyping up Carrick is what Ineos want to all of us to do. Yeah, 100%. 100%. 100,000,000%, people. Yeah, big up, Ben. Ben, where are you, man? Jump on. Yes, people, pick up the you had to smash likes for us. Well, jump on in a few minutes, Nora. Won't be long tonight. Apologies. Got business meeting tomorrow. Big up. Yeah. No problem, man. No problem. It's all love. It's all love. Ineos want Carrick, mate. 100%. That's what they want. It's not official, but that's what's happening. They've been slowly drip feeding to the media about Carrick, and if they don't back him, he's going to be set up to fail, mate. I'm not going to lie to you. Manchester United need a bigger squad to be able to compete in next season in the Champions League and play when we have to play 3 games in a week. Three games in 7 days. Do you think Manchester United have the squad to be able to compete next season? 3 games in a week. That's where the Champions League is on, yeah? And then when the Champions League is not on, you got the League Cup, then you got the FA Cup. This season, we went out in both at the first time of asking. First round in the League Cup and the FA Cup. I don't remember Manchester United doing that in my lifetime. I really don't. I don't really remember Manchester United doing that in my lifetime. So, do I think that Manchester United need 7 to 8 players? Yes, I do. I believe Manchester United needs 7 to 8 players. We need 7 to 8 players this season to be able to, and at least 5, 6 of them have to be first team starters, have to replace some of the starting team right now. $100%. 100%. That's what they have to do now. That's what they have to do. So do I think that they're backing Michael Carrick? No, I don't think so. I don't think they're backing. I ain't going to lie to you. I don't think they're backing him, no. So that's my 2 points opinion about Michael Carrick. I don't rate Steve Holland. I think England, that's why England didn't achieve shit, because they're not very attacking minded to wanting to win those big games. They didn't. TNT Sports has now. Yeah. That's how I feel. That is how I'm feeling, people. Another, do you know that who else picks? Yeah, Gary Neville. Or is it Rio and Neville are saying jack shit about Ineos. Maybe proves those two. Yeah, 100%, man. Gary Neville's getting the flats, man. He's part of Jim's plan. Part of Jim's plan. Got to dig up academy players too for those cops. Yeah, 100%. 100% for listen. We exposed Rio on this channel. How many? Is it a year ago? It's been a year and a half now. We've exposed Rio Ferdinand. Rio Ferdinand is somebody who is in the club's pockets. Never trust a word he says. Never trust a word. The club allow him to do interviews with the players. Do you think he's ever going to be critical? No, he's not. Yeah, exactly. But I think we're going to struggle. The same way Newcastle are struggling, same way Chelsea are struggling, Manchester United will struggle to play 7 days a week. The thing about why I would like to see Manchester United in the Champions League is that we will win games because teams attack you in the Champions League. Teams, nobody defends in the Champions League. You don't get defensive football in the Champions League. Teams attack you. Teams attack you, mate. And by the way, check it out. Check out, man. Check it out. Check it out. Google the where, man. Go on, support the people, man. Yeah. Always, man. Ineos Glazers out. And if they don't get the 7 or 8 players that we need this summer, I don't think Manchester United are going to be back to square one, fighting to qualify for the Europa League or Europa Conference next season. Same way that Newcastle are in the position they're in. Same way that Chelsea, the position they're in right now. That is a fact. But yeah, let me just check the Carrick. Just checking the Carrick. Let me go back and just check actually what's going on here. We're keeping an eye on these people. We're keeping an eye on these. Cancel. Let me just cancel this. We're keeping an eye on these. Penalties. Woo! It's gone to penalties. Penalties. Both games have gone to penalties. Czech Republic are winning 2-1 on penalties. They're winning 2-1. Penalties. Italy and Bosnia have gone to penalties. Donnarumma's good at penalties, so you think Italy can win that penalty shootout. I'll be shocked if Bosnia win that penalty shootout. What do you guys think? Denmark penalties, they're winning 2-1. Yeah? They're winning 2-1, people. Yeah, big up Eski's about. Better watch out, Eski. How are you doing?
Yes. You good?
I'm good, King. How you been, man? You good? Family good?
Yeah, I'm good, bro. Long time.
How was your Eid?
Eid was good, man. Eid Mubarak, bro. You good?
Yeah, man. We're good. We're live. We're live, man. Talk to me, man. Talk to me. So, all reports suggest that Carrick's got the job. How are you feeling about that?
I'm happy. I am happy, honestly. Yeah.
Happy as Larry. You get it?
Happy. Yes. Me and Bumbaye. Listen, all right, the truth's here. We've had enough of this negativity. Lads, see you in the chat. I read the comments, they're like, he's too negative. But there's me. I'm here to counterbalance it. Like Star Wars, yeah. When there's darkness, there's light, there's me, yeah. Here it is. Now, looking at it from, what would you call it? A positive spin, a hopeful spin. I'm looking at it and they're like, you got a guy here who knows what to do with these kind of players, works on a budget because he's not spent anything over January, come in. I think it's just the right direction. You don't sign him on no long-term deal like deserve 5 years. You keep him in and you just say to him, look, couple of years, let's see how you do. If honestly, if I was Man United, I'd say, right, you got a 2-year deal, something short like that. He'd be happy to take it. And honestly, I think you just build it by steps. I think if fans just stick behind him and we see signs next season that we look like we're competing, like we don't have to compete next year. But if we can finish like third, solidly third, or maybe even push second, and just look like we can compete on all fronts, or as many good fronts as we can, sack off the League Cup maybe, but see what we do in the summer, buy well, and see what Carrick could do with it. Because if you look at all the managers around, I mean, Thomas Tuchel, he's just lost to Japan tonight. I mean, obviously not to say, oh, that's it, or one game, it's over and done with, but he's, is Thomas Tuchel the be all and end all for Man United? Is that really it? Like, I'm not too sure with all this stuff. So we've tried so many different kind of managers. So for me, if it's not broke, don't fix it, kind of thing. And it's different with Ollie. It is a bit different because Ollie didn't have that much experience. He did manage Cardiff and whatever else, and people say he did get relegated. But for me, Carrick, I think he's had experience managing Man United before under Ollie, so he's technically been in this role before as an assistant. You know, he's played for this club with Ollie as well, but he's also managed with him as well. So he's got the management experience here as well, which people don't talk about. It was him, McKenna, and Ollie for a period of time, and they were together for like 3 years, something like that. And I'm pretty sure he was a coach as well under Mourinho. I'm pretty sure as soon as he hung up his boots, he started being a coach with Mourinho as well. So I want to say that Michael Carrick has got a lot of chops of a bit of experience managing in this league. So for me, he's done that, learned from that, got to Middlesbrough, learned there. Yeah, there's flaws with him. He's a inexperienced manager coming through, maybe a bit stubborn in games, not rotating, picking the same 11, which is what we used to criticise Ollie for. Used to burn players out, teams know how to play against us, and I hear that. But he's finding a way to win right now. I know everyone has an excuse of it's a poor league, so City are only second because it's a poor league. Arsenal only when it's a poor league. We're third because it's a poor league. I understand that argument, but you got to just fucking beat what's in front of you. And I think for me, the levels of display we've seen against Man City this season, against Arsenal, against a lot of good teams, we've still got Chelsea and Liverpool to go. Obviously, we should try and get results off them, especially Liverpool at home. But I do think going forward, it is the right decision because it's a gamble. Anyone you get Nuruddin, anyone you get, I could say, right, put Nuruddin in the job tomorrow. What's the chances he wins the league or finishes X, Y, and Z? It's a gamble. Whoever you bring in, keep Michael Carrick is the same gamble as that. So at the end of the day, as fans, I think it's kind of the devil you know. And the devil we know now is Michael Carrick. So for me personally, I'd like to know what you think. I'm quite happy with that decision. I'm not over the moon. I'm not thinking, yes, he's going to bring us this, that, and the third. But I think, will my club be stable for the next year at least? Will next season be a shit show? I don't think so under Michael Carrick. So that's why I'm happy.
So you are rating the likes of Steve Holland, knowing that England failed, and he was England's number 2 coach, and England didn't really play great football. So you're taking that and telling me you're conveniently missing out the last 6 years or 8 years, whatever it was, under Southgate.
Yeah.
He worked for England. He worked with Jose years ago, Gus Hiddink years ago, but his last job wasn't successful, and England played, when they come up against any decent side, they play shit football, fearful football. What gives you confidence that that's going to work? And haven't we already tried it? Wasn't Carrick one of the coaches under Ollie? Haven't we already been here?
Yeah. For me, to answer that, that's what I'm saying. I said that as a strength. Him being a coach under Ollie before, he's technically managed Man United to a degree, being an assistant coach. So he's got that experience in the bag. But to answer your question about Steve Holland and stuff, yes, okay, the unsuccessful England teams that we've had, but that's just a long line of unsuccessful England teams. Whether they got to finals or not, people will say that differentiates Southgate. It's neither here nor there. The point is, I think his strengths and qualities are defensive shape. And what he's able to do is able to shorten gaps. So we just play. It could be as simple as saying we've switched to a 4-2-3-1 this season. That's why the gaps are narrower. So we're not leaving Kobe Mainoo in the island on his own. Bruno's in just fucking in no man's land, and Casemiro's 40 yards like to his side. It's impossible to fucking marshal a midfield like that. Control any kind of football game. That's why under Amrim it was crazy, right? But what I'm saying is, like, he's coming now, and all of a sudden the gaps are tighter, and we're conceding less shots per game. Apart from, I think, was it the Newcastle game where we were getting battered a little bit? I've not really had, over the last like 11, 12 games Michael Carrick's been in, for a lot of the game, I've rarely been threatened from open play. I've got to say, I've rarely looked at it and thought, oh, you're going to do something here, or like they've had lots of shots on, or Lemens has done well. I think there was 1 or 2 games. I remember there was one game where Lemens did get man of the match. It might have been that Newcastle game or something. But for large majorities of this tenure, I think everyone's got qualities. So when Michael Carrick was under Ollie, I'm not quite sure what the qualities he had. He might have helped with team build up in transitional play. That might have been his thing. But for me, it's that, like, Steve Holland's and defensive, and Kieran McKenna's been hailed as quite a tactical genius by some people. As people quite fancied him for the job. He's gone Ipswich, done quite well there. Obviously they went down, but it is what it is. But that's what I'm saying. Everyone brings something different to the role. So for me, Steve Holland there being a defensive coach, I mean, why not? And Johnny Evans, if he's your set piece coach, we've done half decent with set pieces under Brammer, to be fair. So remains to be seen if Johnny's actually having that effect. But we've done half decent on set pieces under Johnny as well. So I think all these coaches are just bringing in little details of what to do for a team. It's a collective effort. So it brings me a little bit of confidence, because what I've seen so far is working. We've not been getting battered every week. So if that's the bar, if the bar is that low, then fair enough. We've not been getting battered every week, so I'll take it.
The bar is extremely low.
It is. We just gotta be honest, guys. The bar's
The
low.
bar is
We've been here.
extremely low.
Yeah,
I just want to bring in. Oh my God, Italy could be out. Penalties. They're
No.
losing 3-1 to Bosnia. Czech
No.
Republic are going to the World Cup, people. Denmark are not. Denmark are not going to the World Cup. Czech Republic win 3-1 on penalties. So Czech Republic are through to go to the World Cup. That is crazy. You would never have thought that. I think if this game was in Denmark, they packed Czech Republic, but they're away. Oh my God, Italy are going out. Bosnia are going to the World Cup. Bosnia are going to the World Cup on penalties. It's 4-1. Oh my
that's incredible.
God. That's incredible. It. Bosnia, little old Bosnia have knocked Italy out. Yes, Bosnia has an over win. Crazy.
When was the last time Italy were in a World Cup, man? It's been so long.
The last 3 World Cups, they've not qualified.
That's it. Donnarumma's never played a World Cup. Nuruddin. Oh, my jeez.
Zidane curse, as they call it. The Zizou curse. The Zidane, mate. You insult and all that racism or Islamophobia. That my guy said to him, look what happens, mate. Look what happens. Crazy, the Zidane curse. The Zidane curse, mate. Bosnia beat Italy 4-1 on penalties to go through. So Bosnia and Czech Republic are going through. And everybody would have fancied these two teams, Italy and Denmark, to go through, to beat those two. But that's crazy World Cup playoffs, man. That is crazy. Obviously, the other game, Turkey are through going to the World Cup. Poland are going to the World Cup. The other games that are on now is Congo and Jamaica as we speak. So let me get down here and just see where that game is. Obviously, England got beat 1-0 tonight. Wales drew 1-1 with Northern Ireland. Senegal beat Gambia 3-1. Yeah, lots of friendlies cancelled. Brazil tonight, Croatia tonight. But yeah, they've not even put that one on here, man. Where is it?
You probably scroll past it or something.
I haven't, you know. There we go.
Oh, wait, there you go.
In play, yeah.
Was it not given the time?
Not giving a time. They're not covering it. The BBC
are
not covering it, man. They're not covering it.
Google will have it. Someone else will have it, man.
Yeah. 0-0 so far. And it's at Congo. Wow, it's at Congo.
DR Congo.
The game is at Congo, man. That's crazy. Yeah, that's crazy, mate. So big up the people, man. Big up the people. Big up the people, them. So that's really interesting, bro. So you're saying that you accept that because times are hard. You are saying I'm gonna stick with Michael Carrick.
No, I'm saying as an offshoot cheeky comment. Yeah, I'm saying if that's how people want to look at it, I'm saying you can say that. But for me, like I'm saying, like look out there. I'm not sure there's anyone who's really screaming because the thing is with Enrique, ever since the best in class, Man United need to get the start and the third top manager, big name, fine. Luis Enrique has gone to a Barcelona team full of superstars and won everything. Went to a PSG team, instilled a culture in that team. Yeah,
he built that team. He built that team.
He built that team himself. I'll give him credit, but he had that is like 80% world class team, and then you build 20%. I'm not taking it away from him. He's what he's done is incredible. His achievements, back-to-back trebles, incredible. Especially after the tragedy that he suffered, incredible. I can't take that away from him. I'm trying to say, if you come to Manchester United, who aren't even 50%, in my opinion, 50% there of being a top team of challenging, then I don't think so. I think we've got the makings and a good foundation, and we build on this, and we could start getting 50, 60, 70%, you know, as months and transfer windows and years go by. We can see that. But personally, he's going to come in here, struggle a little bit. People say, oh, he's been found out. Another one top manager come here to start in the third, and the media be quick to ruin him. The media love it when managers come in here and say the job was too big for him, or of course to start in the third, because do you know why? It bigs up the Premier League. It says, oh, the Premier League will come here and swallow up any manager that you have to start in the third. You know what I'm saying? Only rare for you come here and succeed. That's what they say. So it's a narrative to spin against Man United. But yeah, honestly, for me, I don't understand why people would be upset if Carrick got it. If people give me other opinions, like another name, I'll be happy to discuss the name and hear why you think that. That's absolutely fine. But if someone is upset that I say I believe Michael Carrick should be given an opportunity to manage this club for another 2 years, if someone's upset with that, I'd like to know why as well, because I don't think that makes much sense to me.
Yeah, yeah. For me, I
Who
really
do you
think.
think? Go on. I want to know what you think. Who do you think should take the club forward?
Yeah, I mean, for me, I said that Manchester United should go for a big coach. I agree with you that if to me, I want to further expose the Glazers and Ineos.
Mm-hmm.
To me, my agenda is clear, and it's clear for everybody to know and knows that. I said get somebody like Ancelotti, get some good some good coaches around him, and then he'll put pressure to go and buy quality so that Manchester United stick to their promises what they made in terms of in the 150th anniversary, which will be 2028, that Manchester United will be competing for a league title. And that's not happening anytime soon. I think if we don't get the 7 to 8 players, regardless who the coach is, Manchester United are going to struggle next season. I do believe that. So for me, I think Carrick's going to be set up to fail. I think we're going to be here next season talking about the same thing what we were talking about on the Ollie. I really think that, and I can't see Liverpool being shit if they miss out on the Champions League next season. I can't see them being shit. I can't see Chelsea being shit. Newcastle wouldn't have maybe no Europe next season. I can't see them being shit. So there's going to be a lot of competition, and Manchester United, I've got used to only playing one game a week.
Okay, so sorry, I was drinking.
Nora, sorry, no matter what coach will come, all will fail. You know why we have to clown him? Yeah, that's exactly what I just said. Yeah.
You know, I agree with that. Look, do you know what I mean? If you were to make that statement about any manager that comes in, I agree because it's happened under every manager that's come in. They've been let down in some way, shape, or form. Every United fan can agree to that point. If you like some more than others, we can all agree they've been let down to some point. But under this new regime, and again, I'm not trying to say they're good at anything, but just speaking on X players they've bought compared to the last regime, okay, and it's a small sample size, but you'd have to say the majority of these recent players are the reason we are this high up the table. Because no matter what style of football we played or whatever, Man United were a good attacking threat throughout the season, even under Amorim. Would you agree? So you muted.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
in terms of none of it was sustainable. It's still
No, of course.
What I see is exactly the same thing as with Ollie. It is like moments, FC. We play in moments. But I don't know. Manchester United have a set, clear way or pattern of playing. No, they don't. I don't see it. I don't see a pattern of play against low blocks. I don't. We were getting battered, and they were by far the better team, Crystal Palace, till they got the red card. Second half, we improved it, and then they got a red card, and that's what happened. Newcastle battered us with 10 men. They were the better team. Still,
yeah, that was a bad one. That was a bad one.
We didn't create shit. Everton were the better team, and we got them on the counter attack, and we scored. You know what I mean? So yeah, I'm just keeping a lookout if the little rascal's outside. Scholes who's outside, so I'm just checking the door if he's there. But that's how I feel. Like I am not the only two games that I thought, yeah, you know what, the tactics was spot on. Is when teams like City and against Newcastle, against Arsenal. I thought the energy, the intensity which we played with, the composure on the ball which we played with, I thought those two games were superb. But we played against teams that attack us, teams that open themselves up because they want to attack Manchester United. And I thought we did really well in those games, in parts. The City game, for me, it has and will be the most impressive performance of Michael Carrick's reign so far. But Fulham, we got bopped second half. Newcastle got bopped, and that's embarrassing to lose to 10 men. Crystal Palace first half got bopped. Spurs, obviously the Bozo moment. We to be fair, I would say we were making chances against Spurs when it was 11 against 11.
Yeah,
I can say that. At Old Trafford, we've looked decent, and I've been to majority of those games. Eski, I'm not gonna lie, and there is a bit of like solidity. He's won every game we've played so far at Old Trafford, but the sample size is not enough for me for him to be getting a job. Manchester United should be interviewing far and wide-reaching, different first-team coaches that have different ideas to come to Manchester United. So for me, giving it to Carrick for me is too lazy. It's too obvious and it's too lazy. Do I think Michael Carrick deserves an interview? Do I think that his results and everything that he's done so far at Manchester has? Yes, I agree with that.
That's fair.
So his plans. But do I have to believe in Glazers and Ineos to get the players, the 6, 7, or 8 players that we need? We need 2 fullbacks. We need 3 center midfielders. We need now 2 centre halves because both of them are injured, and we don't know what's going on with De Ligt. De Ligt could be going like similar to what's his name?
Eric Bailly.
No, to what's his name? Who's always injured? Mason Mount. Right?
Bloody hell, don't say that, man. Don't put that.
Well, I'm just saying to you, that's what's happening right now.
I hope not.
Back problem. We don't know what back problems are difficult to come back from.
Yeah,
Martinez is injured. We're gonna keep. We talked about it last night. We're gonna keep Maguire. Maguire tonight didn't even play. I don't think that's all right because do you see what Tuchel said about Maguire? We covered it in last night's show. Go and watch that show. Maguire is a limited guy, very limited, functional.
He's available, and this season I wouldn't say he's cost us anything. And people want, if you want to say the foul that he committed in the other game, I mean, fair enough. I think it was less on the foul than obviously I don't think we discussed it, but we got robbed in the last game we played, with the fucking foul on Ahmad and Harry Maguire. But obviously, like, if that was a foul, then fair enough. But the majority of the time this season, he's been solid, he's been available. And I think United are just cursed when we get fucking good centre-backs. They're always injured. Eric Bailly was solid, and then he got injured. Martinez, solid, injured. Same with De Ligt. All top fucking centre-backs. So, for me, I agree with you. We do need these players. I think Lewis Hall's a good shout. Munoz from Palace, midfielders. We're linked to Anderson again. See what's going on. Get rid of Ugarte. I love Angelo Stiller. Mainu's still there, Bruno. I think stuff will be done. We'll probably get Champions League. Yeah, fingers crossed. And I know what you're saying about the sample size, but for me as well, Noreen, it's just a case where anyone you get is a gamble. Anyone comes in with these ideas. Yeah, it's great, but we've had 2 managers in a row that I backed Ten Hag, and I think he was all right, and he still was sacked too early. And you've known me for a while. Under managers we've had, I never go early on managers. Always back them as much as I can. I'll always see. I always make decent points, and always, obviously, I like to have the debate. But at the end of the day, with Amorim, I went quite early on him, and I said he's not the guy, not at all. And I could just see it with that. For me, Michael Carrick, I'm not here to say, here's Mattel, he's the guy or not. But I think you see a guy who comes in. He's done well with the squad that he's got. I think the players are playing for him. You can see that on the pitch. We've not got any. See, when people say, let's buy Cole Palmer, for me, I think his attitude and stuff, we might be going back to the Rashford days and stuff. I just think he's a bit of a loose cannon off the pitch. Like, on the pitch, top player, injury prone a little bit, and that puts me off the 100 million price tag. But for me, I think we've got a good set of lads here. Michael Carrick's a calm guy. He knows. He looks like he knows what he's doing, which is, again, it's a small sample size, isn't it? So me saying that's not me getting hopeful or fucking just guessing. It is a small sample size, but I think if you look at it, by the end of his tenure this season, if you look back at it and just say, what other manager could come in and work with this squad of players and be all right? Because if Carrick just built on this and got like 4 or 5 more players, and we play more competitions next season, promote Cheeto, maybe JJ Gabriel, get some games in the League Cups and whatever else comes on for 10-5 minutes here and there, promote some of these youngsters, waiting for Lucas Skelly as well. Bulk up the team a little bit. You raise the ceiling, don't you? You don't get better as a team by raising the floor, but by raising the ceiling. Sorry, you raise the floor. Your worst stuff, you get rid of them. The weakest links, you stop going so low and whatever else. Luke Shaw on the way out, fine. Get 2 new wing backs in, see what's going on there. Dolgu's fine. For me, I think we can look at it different ways in it. You can say, yeah, you get the big name in, and we're not going the right way. Man United are going to shake another manager. But my overall point, like I was saying before, is I think the players that Ineos have bought, regardless of whether it was Amorim just in charge of the season or Carrick, have got us to 3rd place. And, Gary Neville, for what his word is worth, always says recruitment's key. Manchester City have been winning all these titles, whether they're cheating or not, because they've recruited the best team. They've had the best team in Europe for years. They've always been shooting for the Champions League, only won it once. But the point is, they've won 4 in a row and the fucking treble because they've had the best team. And what's the reason why Arsenal have won the Premier League this season, Nuruddin? They've got the best squad. They've got the biggest squad and they've got the best squad. And ultimately, that has got them over the line to win the Premier League. Has it been great? No. Have they been playing fucking WrestleMania in the box? Yeah. But at the end of the day, for a lot of clutch moments this season, they've had a big squad. And that has got them through all these competitions. Fucking people talking about a quad in March, half-heartedly, but it was on because of the squad. When United can't talk about trebles or quads with our squad size next season. If our squad size stays like this next season, we can't talk about quads or trebles. We don't have the size for it. So ultimately, bulk up the squad and see where we're at with Carrick. I don't see that's a mad shout. And if another manager comes in, he's going to want maybe not play Kobe Mainu. He's going to want this guy out. Remember, the last manager that we wanted in fucking didn't want to play Kobe Mainu, and that's a crime against football. You don't have to tell me. So do you know what I mean? The devil, you know, sometimes, bro. I'm telling you, next manager come in and might say, I don't want to play Sesko. I don't want to play this player, that player. I don't like fucking Senlamen. It can happen. So I'm saying it's a gamble either way, innit? So people just got to think sometimes. And how many times have we come here, have I listened to you, have I listened to Saeed TV, XYZ, get this manager out. I love Saeed, didn't it? Yeah, big up. But every time I hear him, get this manager out, this, that, and the third, next manager comes in and he's worse. So at what point was your voice a part of that? At what point did you say, I got it wrong and maybe it's the devil we know sort of thing? So these things happen, man. You know, we said get rid of Ten Hag and we win a relegation battle next year. Shit happens. Say, you know, say with Tottenham in it, like get rid of fucking Thomas Frank. Do Tottenham fans think they should have got rid of Thomas Frank now? No. And it was only a few months ago. So that's what I'm saying. That's how quick it can go. So sometimes it's just remain what we're doing now. What we're doing now is third place, hopefully. Get into third place, see where we go from next year. I'm fully believing in everything. Whether it's cold, whether it's fucking the bar's low, I just believe it, bro. I just believe it.
All right, fair enough. That's it. That's the opinion.
Yeah.
But I do think that it's going to be a very interesting season. I predict that Manchester United would struggle next season in the Champions League, playing 3 days in 7 days. And I think we need 3 midfielders. I think we need 2 centre-halves. I think we need 2 full-backs. That, to me, it's 7 players. And I do think we need a left winger as well. But that's 8 players. And I don't see them signing 8 players. I genuinely don't. Let's move on to the next topic, bro. So it's been reported. I can report to you. Let me just report to you, yeah?
Breaking news.
No, not breaking news, but breaking news around Newcastle. So apparently, obviously, we're linked with Tonali. A lot of United fans think that Lewis Hall would be a fantastic left back for Manchester United. But this is the club strategy right now: is sell to buy, because that investment or reshaping depends. The squad. So basically, you know how they struggled last summer. Nobody wanted to go to them. Isaac went on strike. They qualified for the Champions League and they've extremely struggled. Their struggle has been crazy to cope with not having a big squad to cope with playing 3 games a week. And they've not done it. So the CEO, David Hopkins, made it clear that significant squad investment or reshaping will depend on outgoing sales, especially if they miss out on a Champions League qualification. Well, they are. Unless they do something miraculous to get up there and qualify for the Champions League, they're going to miss out. This is what he said. This is the St. James's Park CEO, David Hopkinson, says,
Yeah.
Buy well, sell well. That's what it's going to bad. And he said we can do that. But we might not be able to do it without selling somebody. So if they're selling somebody, that means apparently Tonali wants to leave. Bruno Guimaraes is saying that he's telling everybody, I'm going to wait till the next summer. Last summer, they spent 250 million. Now, Manchester United fans like Tonali. They like Lewis Hall.
Yep.
They like Tonali and Lewis Hall. By the way, I just want to go to Carrick. If people are happy with Carrick full-time, 63% of you have said yes, 37% of you have said no. We're going to just end that poll and start another poll. Big up to everybody who's voted. Please smash a like on the video, subscribe to the channel if you're not already subscribed. And we're going to ask, which players do you want from Newcastle? And I'm going to put which players, and then we'll put the names. Which players do you want from Newcastle? Also, do you think Newcastle will sell to us? Because some of their club and their fans think that we're some sort of rivals. They're not on our level, man. What's going on, people? Tonali.
Yeah.
I'm just putting the players there.
Yeah, go on.
Hall, Lewis Hall.
And Bruno G.
Yeah. Lewis Hall. Bruno G. I would like Bruno G, me personally. Yeah. I would definitely take Lewis Hall as well.
Definitely.
Yeah.
For me, it's again, yeah. Newcastle always think they got a thing with us. I think it's just look how under Ollie for years we've said, "Oh, get a DM, get a DM." Never happened, and we've seen what happened. I think now with Casemiro definitely getting off, we do need to get Bruno G. My preference, if Casemiro stayed, let's say for example, yeah, and blagged it for a year, would be Lucas. I think getting that left back is really good. Then I think we can push Dorgu for left wing, and then we might be okay in that position. We can stall that another year. And I do agree with you with the eight player thing, Norridin. But like I said, I think we need to look like a team like a half challenge next season. I think if we buy half of them players that you mentioned next season, and the year after that, get the four. Yeah, because we're saying 8 from the squad that we have now. Yeah, let's say everyone's available, ready, fit. Mason Mount, all them lot. Yeah, minus the few dead Odegaard, say maybe don't know whoever's getting off. Yeah, you look at the squad and say, yeah, 8 players, and promote some youth. So I think you get 4 in this season and 4 next. But from Newcastle, I would say the order I would get them. Yeah, and that's the thing, Newcastle, they deserve this as well. It is a rant, yeah. Newcastle, when Saudi come over, they thought, oh, they had Messi cleaning the boots, Ronaldo making the pies. No, this is what you get. You get an Isak going on strike. You get in a club that Man United is bigger than you. No matter where we finish in the league, we're just going to buy your best players. It doesn't matter. And Isaac took the piss because Isak went on strike. He's just basically told the players in Newcastle, here's how you leave Newcastle. Here's how you get a deal done. You just go and strike. Players that do that and get away with it, Nuruddin, you just set the precedent for the whole fucking team. You know what I mean? So that's really damning now. So Bruno Guimaraes goes on strike. Guess what? They will have to sell. It's happened before. So for me, yeah, I would go in for Bruno G. Try not to get fleeced with like 100 M's or something like that. But yeah, how much do you think is worth Nuruddin? How much would you be happy with the club paying for Bruno Guimaraes?
I'll take him for 60 million.
Okay.
Yeah. Right. Yeah. He's come out and apparently he said he's not going to decide till after the World Cup if he's going to stay or leave. But according to the reports about Newcastle,
yeah,
they're just saying they need to sell one player in this month. The way they're talking out, he's saying here, sign out, we can do that, but we might not be able to do that without selling somebody. Ooh, so selling somebody. That's what it is. So last season they spent 250 million on Wissa, Walter Mada. I don't know why Wissa's not worked. I'm really, really fascinated.
Has he played?
Yeah, he's not been playing that. He's not been fancying him anyhow.
Right. Okay.
Anthony Gordon wants to go back to Liverpool.
Does he? That shocks apparently. Me. He's had a good season. That surprises me.
Yeah, he wants to play for Liverpool. He's a Liverpool fan, isn't he?
Nah, Nuruddin, James Garner. What did I tell you years ago about James Garner? Remember that conversation?
I've done the video. I did the video. I did the video.
Yo.
Remember, I did the video and I said that James Garner should, and I said Ten Hag, I cursed Ten Hag, especially we sold him for 15 million.
No. I'm going to correct that. I'm going to correct that. Ten Hag said he had a plan for him next season. He was sold by the club. The club sold Jimmy Garner. He did not want to sell this guy. No chance. He did not want to sell him. He said, I had a plan for this guy, and the club sold him because you know why? It's pure profit in it. They sold him for how much to Everton? Like whatever it was, pennies, because it was just pure profit coming in. That's what it was. They took the piss. He did not want to sell Jimmy Garner.
Let me just update. My guy. Halftime 0-0. Congo, Jamaica. Halftime 0-0.
Right.
Halftime 0-0. Go ahead, Ben. How you doing, Ben?
Big up, Ben. Yes, man.
Big up, Ben. How was it, Ben? Happy belated birthday, man.
Oh,
you're a March baby as well, man. March baby. Mine was last Saturday. Last Saturday as well.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. It was Eid on Friday, and then it was my birthday on a Saturday.
Oh, that's sick.
Up to you.
Yes. Good evening, Nuruddin. Good evening to Eski. Good evening to the chat, man. Thanks for the birthday wishes, man. Appreciate you, boys. Yeah, man. 26 now. I'm closer to 50 than I am to 0. So I'm feeling it now, man. I'm feeling it now. Yeah, man. Look, I was over in the mighty Birmingham in the weekend there. I'm only just home there yesterday. I probably had one of the best experiences of my life. It was just unbelievable. Like the whole event, the whole venue was just sensational. Met a few people, like content creators came down as well, like Angry Ginge. I'm sure people obviously know about the Sidemen being there as well. Met a few of them, and just overall, man, like it just was just phenomenal, man. And look, a lot of people are gonna say like Birmingham's shithole, Birmingham's high crime rate and all that shit. But I was in the NEC arena, which is just like east of Birmingham, of of the city centre. And when I went out of Birmingham, like normally when you go to like England or wherever you want to go to, when you go out, you're like saying, right, where's there to eat? Where's there to to go out for a few drinks? Where's there to do like activities or whatever? You know, it just had everything. And like when I went out to the venue there, like there's this building across from the road from the river. It was a lovely venue. Like the scenery was absolutely phenomenal. It's called the Resort Center, and I had everything. Had lovely restaurants, lovely shops, lovely bars, clubs, everything, man. And like it was just all there for me, man. And like obviously I stayed in a wee hotel. I think it's called. Apologies if I'm pronouncing this wrong. Solihull. I think just beside it, and it was about 10-minute drive to the venue. And honestly, man, it was one of the best experiences of my life. The UK crowd, like sometimes, like I was playing and I was also spectating as well. When I was watching the event, there was at times where I felt like I wasn't actually watching or spectating a gaming event. It was more so one minute it would be a darts event, 1 minute it'd be I'm actually with football fans, rugby fans. Like the list goes on and on and on. And like, this was the first event, in 7 or 6 years for the game I play. And like the amount of the atmosphere that was there apparently was completely sold out. They actually had to purchase another 5,000 seats to bring them into the venue so people can sit down and actually, because there's so many people standing up, everyone's all so crowded. It was absolutely mental. And like the NEC building is fucking massive. It's huge. If people have been to Birmingham before, you would understand how big the halls are inside. It's fucking massive. But honestly, bro, one of the best experiences of my life, man. And like, it's definitely up there, man. And there's an event in at the end of June in Paris, and there was a lot of French fans there. And let's just say the English crowd were all, taking the piss out of the French crowd, and the French crowd were taking the piss out of the English crowd. Like, so there's a bit of a rivalry going on there. But the next event is in Paris, which is in the end of June. So I'll definitely be there, man, because yes, obviously Paris is a lovely place, but French fans, like we know what French fans are like in sports, in like anything outside of gaming or whatever. Like PSG fans, like the French fans are probably one of the best fans in the world. Like they're just phenomenal. Like they're just so loud. So look, I'm looking forward to it, man. Enjoyed myself. Obviously, enjoyed my birthday. Obviously, Lent finished on the day before my birthday as well, so I was able to enjoy myself for a few drinks and that. And yeah, man, Birmingham was good, man. Really enjoyed my time. I actually kind of was devastated going home on Monday morning. I was like, oh, for God's sake, the time flew in too quick, man. And when I was on my way to Birmingham Airport, I was like, oh, I don't want to go home. I don't want to go home. I want to stay. I want to stay. But look, it is what it is, man. But they've just announced it's happening again next year, the same time next year. So look, I'm buzzing for that, man. And yeah, if any of you haven't checked it out, obviously I posted a wee TikTok video and an Instagram video like of the highlights of the weekend. So feel free to check it out, man. It's phenomenal, man. I just do what it is, bro. Like it just shows the beauty of like sports, esports, everything. Like just UK crowd are just phenomenal. Like it's just next level shit, man. And like I think half of it is because of football, because football chants and all that shit. Like like there's a team there that obviously they're from Paris. They're French. There were 4 players. They're French, and a British team knocked them out of the tournament. And one of the guys who's British and he's from London, and he went to the mic and said, "What do we think of this?" And then all the fans said shit, and they then said, "What do we think of shit?" That, and it was just so funny, man. Like I loved it, bro. But yeah, man, I'm happy to be here, bro. Big up. I haven't seen you in a while, Nerdin. I hope you're blessed, man. And I hope Esky's blessed, and hope that the chat's blessed. But yeah, man, I've been seeing a lot of news about Man United, bro. I'm seeing a lot of clips people are actually saying, and I quote Nurden, I actually have a lot of faith in Ineos this summer because like we've actually bought some good players this season. We've actually bought some good players. And then I'm seeing some fans flip flop, including one of your boys, Saeed. I love Saeed, man. He's just a character, man. He said, I mean, Ty. I pick up the Ty. He was on the panel with him, and he was on a video, and he said, do you want Michael Carrick as a permanent manager? And he kicked Ty from the stream, and he brought him back. And then all of a sudden, Saeed wants to give Michael Carrick a shot at the permanent role. Do you know what it is? Here's my 2 pence on Carrick. It's it's a complete gaslighting from Ineos. Like it's a money thing. Like realistically, the cheapest option is Carrick, and we know what Ineos are like. We know what the Glazers are like. They don't like spending much money, and I do think Carrick will get the permanent job, and I think it's going to be an absolute disaster. It's gonna end up a disaster. I hope and pray that I'm proven wrong. I do hope Carrick does prove me wrong. I know there's a lot of Carrick fans out there that want to get the job and um all that sort of stuff. But nah, man, honestly, like the way our fan base is run now at the moment, man, it's just like it's not even the part where I actually don't necessarily put it all down to the owners anymore because even though they've shown their true colours, especially Sir Jim Ratcliffe, saying those racist comments. And yes, obviously we live in a world of racism, which is just dreadful. But we're accepting that. Like we're accepting his comments, we're accepting this, that. Yes, obviously it's words, all that shit, but bro, it's just not good enough from our side. Like we need to do way, way more than what we're doing right now. And the reason why we're not too angry is because we're winning. And winning is the biggest gaslighting, the biggest paper over the cracks ever. Yes, do I want to qualify for Champions League? Absolutely. But the bigger picture still remains. The cancer still remains at this football club, and that's Ineos and that's the Glazers. Do I think Carrick will do well? No. Apart from those first three games, I was really up for Carrick. I was like, oh my, okay, the Carrick. Let's see what we can do from there. Robert, low block teams he struggles. Mid block teams, the mid table teams he struggles. It's just And yes, obviously people are going to say, "What are you talking about? We're still winning games. We're still winning games. He's only lost what 1 or 2 games or whatever it is." Bro, my eyes don't fucking lie. He's getting tactically like he's just getting lucky. It's basically like Ten Hag's first season. People always said, and people who were Ten Hag out at the very, very beginning. They all said Ten Hag got lucky because the other clubs were shit. There was a shit league. Now, when you say anything about Michael Carrick, about saying that we're so lucky we're third or fourth or wherever we are because the other teams are shit, they go after you. The fans who love Carrick go after you. But see, back in the day when Ten Hag was in charge, when we said anything about all we're not lucky, like Ten Hag's doing well, they go after you. Like it just doesn't make any sense. It's the same with Amram as well. Like people are saying you can't beat Carrick out after 2 games or 3 games. Brother, when Amram came in, people were already Amram out after 3 games. Like, sort your fucking selves out, man. Like, honestly, the fan base is a fucking disgrace, bro. Like, honestly, some days I actually wake up and say to myself, how in God's name I love this fucking club, but why can this fan base not get a fucking grip, man? It's just a disgrace, bro. But look, that's my 2 pence in Carrick. I think he's gonna get the job. It's an Ineos gaslighting signing, should we say, and it's gonna go to hell. Like, I hope he proves me wrong. Please, Carrick, prove me wrong, because obviously, like I want Man United to be back at the top. I want Man United competing. And this whole like Anderson, Kobe Mainu tonight as well on social media saying, "Oh, Kobe Mainu and Elliot Anderson are going to be they're the solution for the 2-man midfield." I'm like this. So hang on, all you Amram inners, no outers, had the audacity to say, "Why is Amram playing 2-man midfield when Michael Carrick is doing the exact fucking same?" Yes, it's a completely different formation, but there's no difference. Like, it's still 2-man fucking midfield. So do you know what, man? Why can't we not just get Tonali, Anderson, and even like what you said, Eski, pick up to yourself. Go and get me fucking James Garner. The audacity for the Glazers to fucking sell that kid is a fucking disgrace, bro. But yeah, man, that's where I'm at, man. I just think I'm more upset with us, Nurden, than the owners. Yes, I fucking despise the owners. I fucking hate them. They deserve everything they come against them. And like I said, karma has hit them in terms of prices, like depth, all that shit. But bro, we're accepting a racist man at this club. We're accepting an American family who have taken so much money off off us fans. And like I said, there's more ticket prices increases for disabled people, uh for season ticket holders. Like the list goes fucking on and on. I can go on every fucking day, man. But it's on us. It's not on the owners anymore. It's on us. And the fact I'm seeing people flip flop over Carrick, flip flop over Ten Hag, Amram, all this shit, man. Just get a grip, man. Honestly, but big up. Hope yous are all keeping well, man. And free Palestine, free Iran, free everyone that's oppressed from this fucking Donald Trump war, man, and these PDF files.
Yeah, big up, Ben. Big up, appreciate you, man. Listen, we were just talking about this. Another topic we were talking about is Newcastle. New CEO saying that they have to sell to buy. That's what they were saying. And I've just put on a poll, who should we get? And which players can we get from Newcastle? Because he's saying that they have to sell not because of PSR reasons, it's because if they miss out on the Champions League, I mean, they've got 7 games to try to get into the Champions League, and I don't think they're going to do it. Personally, so it's going to be very, very interesting. They can do it. It's not mathematically. It's not. So what you got? 7 times 3. It's possible 21 points if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, 14. Yeah,
that's correct.
7,
that's correct.
7
Yes,
14, 21 points. Let me just show Newcastle where Newcastle are on the table. If I go back, I go football. Italy are out, by the way, Ben. Italy are out, so Denmark.
I'm glad Italy are out, man, because honestly, bro, I actually was in tears, man, when I seen Republic of Ireland go out. I was seeing 2-1. I was watching. Do you know what's crazy, Norden? In Birmingham, there was actually English fans watching the Republic of Ireland play, man. I was like, oh my god, bro, what am I saying? Everyone's like saying this. Oh, bro, Ireland deserved to be in the World Cup. And I said, oh, bro, tell me about the Hungary game. It was mental. But as soon as they scored, I was like, oh my god, we're gonna throw this. And I went to penalties, and I'm like, we're gonna lose. We're gonna lose instantly. And oh, bro, I'm so gutted, man. But I just want 1 year Ireland to be in the World Cup, man. And the fact that Israel are still in this World Cup bullshit is it's a fucking disgrace, bro. Did you watch the game, Nerd? Did you watch any of the games? Republic of Ireland?
Yeah, I watched it. I was absolutely deviled for Ireland. I'm Northern Ireland as well. I was deviled for both, and Wales as well.
Wales too.
Yeah, I was deviled for all of the. Yeah, I really wanted Republic of Ireland to go through, and I was gutted. Really gutted that they lost. But to be fair, Czech have beat Denmark, and they're through. They beat them on penalties.
Glad.
And Italy got beat on penalties as well.
Penalties, yes.
Yeah, I've not seen the penalties, but they only scored 1 out of their penalties. Italians. Big up Mupsi with a super chat said, "During you want a manager as a style of play, Ten Hag, Amarim at that, but when abandoning on the other centers to 15, I would keep Carrick for 1 year. Then if it falls, then get a new manager." The cope is just so mad. I wanted Ten Hag. I didn't want Amarim.
Never did we.
I didn't want Amarim, and I was like, I was Ten Hag out before everybody else. Ben can tell you, Eski can tell you. 7 months into the project, after the first season, I was like, this is not sustainable, and people was calling me negative. Since we beat Newcastle in that League Cup final, I was like, nah, this football is not sustainable, man. And then he said, oh, I can't play the Ajax football because we don't have the players. Then he bought players, and then he then abandoned the midfield and started playing basketball, the vacation of football.
Yeah, but so did Amarim after that. He come in and said, I'm only going to play my system. So we had the fucking complete opposite of Ten Hag, and he fucked us as well, even worse.
Well, that's what I'm saying to you, because the things don't align. Amarim should never have been hired by Manchester United. Manchester United did not have the players. Did not have the players to play 4-3 to play At the end, what it should be 4-3-3, but we played 5. We played 5 at the back. 5-2-3. That's what we played.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So big up to you though. I don't think Carrick falls like Amaringfield. I mean, yeah. I mean, it was a disgrace. The fan base accepted 15th. Remember, I was the only one that was like, what do you think is going to happen next season? Everybody was telling me, next season we need to focus on Europa. Yeah, and by the way, I don't know how that's going to work. Nobody knows, De Zerbi. But giving him a 5-year contract, that's really interesting by Spurs.
They're going to sack him and pay him out, man. That's the biggest payday he's ever going to get, man. Easy money.
Yeah, Wilcox Weetabix, mate, Mr. Weetabix himself.
He's a prick.
But yeah, Newcastle have to sell. And I asked the poll at this moment in time, Tonali 56%. I said, which players do you from Newcastle? I went to, do you want Tonali 56, Lewis Hall 19, Bruno G 25. That is really fascinating.
It's
United
Bruno
fans
G,
want
man.
Tonali.
Bruno G.
Yeah,
bro, he's in the Ollie situation, man. When we had no fucking.
I hope he proves you wrong, nerd. I know you're not like you don't think Man United.
I really hope he does. I think he's a good player. I think he's fun.
I think just like Bombay, I think I know.
But let me just say this, Ben. Let me just say this. If we got rid of the 10 and we played 3 in midfield, Tonali 100% works.
Flat 3.
I think Tonali doesn't work with a 2 in midfield.
Yeah, but we don't play flat 3, innit? But for future, though, no. But Bruno's not going to be here for how long? So if you get Tonali, it could be a chance where you get him and you get Anderson and play Menu. That has a flat 3. Fine.
But see that, Eski. I'm telling you right now, we are competing for the Premier League. If you have that midfield 3. If you have that midfield 3,
that's
to
going
give
early.
Elliot Anderson, Menu, and fucking Tonali, fucking believable, unbelievable, bro. You got 2 players. You got 2 players. You got 2 players that can cover the amount of space in between. Obviously, with Elliot Anderson and Tonali, both are defensively so fucking solid. Tonali can go up the pitch. Elliot Anderson can go up the pitch. Kobe Menu, we've seen. According to Amram, he can't run. We've seen in previous games, Kobe Menu can actually defend as a fucking CDM. Sometimes he's actually playing really, really deep.
Yeah.
Bro, we have 3 players that could do each of their fucking roles. That's how a football club runs. That's how a midfield 3 run. Look at Barcelona. Look at PSG. Look at Newcastle. Look at fucking Arsenal. Bro, why do we have to play with a number 10? It's just, it will never fucking work. Yes, I'm, as obviously people know, obviously, I'm not Bruno's fan. And people say I have this.
You don't say, Ben. You don't say.
I know. But all I can really say, yes, I still don't rate him, even though he's doing well. But I'm happy he's doing well. I'm happy Maguire's doing well, even though I think he's a shocking player. I think personality-wise, he's phenomenal. He's world class. He's such a good lad. But bro, that's all I can be is just happy, man, if they're doing well, because it just means that Bruno can then have a higher price tag for when we're selling them, like 70 million, 80 million, 60 million, 50 million, whatever it is. It just means we can just sell them on, and then that means it's all down to Ineos, man. Like, we just need to crack on, man. But it's just the fact that we're having this debate, Nerdin, that which would you rather have, Tonali or Anderson? It's a fucking disgrace, bro. Go and get both. It's no excuse, man. There's no fucking excuses anymore. This is the biggest summer transfer window. I know, bro, but this is on us, son. It's on us, then. It's not on them. It's on us.
No, it's unrealistic, Ben. What big team? What team sells 2 of the best players to a rival or supposed rival in a league? That doesn't happen anymore. It doesn't.
What do you mean? What do you mean, right? Like, what do you mean? Like, you on about Tonali and Anderson, or who?
Yeah. Like, Newcastle wouldn't sell us both of those in the same window. No chance. It's unrealistic. I'm saying eventually.
Sure. You on about Lewis Hall as well? Sorry.
No, just empty.
Anderson is a Nottingham Forest player. It's not a Newcastle
player. Sorry. Yeah, Lewis Hall. Yeah, sorry. I mean, you can't buy all these players from Newcastle. So I understand we were talking about we should be getting both of those players there. But I think I don't know, man. I don't know.
Look. If you were to ask me right now, what do Man United need more, Lewis Hall or Tonali? I'm taking Tonali any day of the week, man. I'm sorry, man. And I know Lewis Hall is a quality fucking player, but this guy's going to cost 70 million. Now, the the left back market, right? Oh yeah, Bruno
Yes.
G. I don't rate Bruno G. In my opinion,
Oh,
I'd rather play Bruno G where Kobe Manu is, because
okay.
that's how I see like what Bruno G is, like what profile he is. I don't think Bruno G's a defensive midfielder. People might think I'm outrageous, but I don't think he has the defensive attributes to sustain, obviously, for playing a 2-man midfield or 3-man midfield. I just don't think it's going to work, man. And the fact he's 29, yes, people are going to say age this. I don't think necessarily it is because he's 29. I just think Man United need to buy more defensive players. Like they're so defensively minded players. And Tonali just ticks every fucking box. Anderson ticks every fucking box. The
Yeah.
Lewis Hall debate, right? Obviously, Newcastle, obviously they're willing to put them all up for sale for 70 million or 60 million, bro. There's a few left backs out there in the world outside of the Premier League. One man, if it's not Lewis Hall, one player I'm definitely keeping an eye on, and people should keep an eye on, is the left back from Barcelona, Baldy. Unfucking believable, man. His physicality, phenomenal. He's a fucking rocket. Gets up and down the pitch, helps out. Rashford helps out Rafinha, overlaps the fucking players. Yes, obviously people are going to say it's from the Spanish league. It's this. It's not in the Premier League. You know, this, that, and that. There's just something about Spanish, like the Spanish players in particular, and the Spanish league, that we've actually haven't had a bad like group of players that came from the Spanish league. Obviously, obviously we've had Spanish players before, like Juan Mata, Ander Herrera. Like, there's so many of these players that we've had that came from the La Liga, that actually didn't really turn out to be like that bad. They actually turned out to be quite decent, And I just think Baldy's a baller. But honestly, my first choice would be Lewis Hall. But I think I do agree with you though, SK. I don't think Newcastle are going to say, right, you can have Tonali and Lewis Hall. I think they're just going to say, right, take Tonali, we're keeping Lewis Hall. He's our guy. I just think it's going to be very difficult to do both. But this is why we've recruited Wilcox. This is why we've recruited fucking Potato Barada. I don't know why they're still at our football club, but people are still backing them. But Wilcox needs to have a plan B. He needs to have a plan C, a plan D. Can't be just doing a Bumo, what we did to Bumo, and wait for fucking 1 month, one solid month of negotiating with Brentford, and eventually get over the line. That is diabolical. That's
There was a lot of
Ed
clubs in
Woodward
for him,
style.
though. There was a lot of clubs in for him.
But Brentford were taking the fucking piss. Brentford were saying, "Oh, we want this amount of price. We want these add-ons. Oh, and Bumo's not back from training yet. You have to give us another week, bro." It's either you put your bid in. If you don't accept our bid and you want an extra 10 or 15 million and we say no, then just move the fuck on. Have a plan B. And this is what big football clubs do. It's absolutely mind blowing, man. And the fact people are giving Ineos more credit, man, it's a fucking disgrace, bro. And like I said, man, this is the biggest summer in Man United history right now. This transfer market, because there's a World Cup on, and that's the biggest fucking thing, man. How quickly can Ineos react? How quickly can Ineos get deals done? That is the number one million dollar question, and I don't think they're gonna get shit done. I think we're gonna panic. I think most of our signings are going to come in end of July, maybe start of August. I think we'll get one signing in June, but I think most of our signings coming in the end of July, and that's not good for the football club and for Carrick or for whoever it is going to be our next coach, because he wants to implement his style, his system. Brings up the youth for pre-season 2, physicality, all that shit. It's the list goes on and on and on, man, and. Yeah, I'm just not looking forward for these next few months for Man United. I think it is gonna be a roller coaster in my opinion. But yeah. Do you guys think that the left back Baldy is it Baldy? I think it is. Yeah, it is
Keita
Baldy.
Balde, isn't it? Is it Keita
Yeah,
Balde?
yeah. From Barcelona. Do you
He's all
reckon? Do you
right.
think he's a good player?
I think, again, do you know what it is, Ben? I was saying to Nuruddin before, yeah. I think the recruitment that Ineos have done, yeah, sometimes it's been a bit lazy and whatever else. But if you look at it, even under Amrin, when we were playing fucking shit football, statistically, attacking wise, we were still one of the most deadliest teams in the league. We were like top 3, top 4 at a time. So for me, looking at it, and like I said to Ronan before, whatever fucking Gary Neville's word is worth it, whatever. But he said recruitment is everything. Now, I would argue that the reason Arsenal have won the league this season, and I agree with you, like, it doesn't matter whether you've won a poor league or not, it doesn't really matter about these things. You got to beat what's in front of you. Arsenal have won the league because they've got the best team and the biggest team. It comes down to recruitment. Manchester City won 4 in a row. All right, they're cheating bastards, but realistically, they've cheated and bought a stupid mega team. Yeah, that can do that. They've won trebles, they've won 4 in a row because they have the best team. What I'm saying is, like, the recruitment that Ineos have done have allowed this team to get us third, regardless of who the manager is. I think the team's been recruited not amazingly well, but it's been recruited half well. Where in a semi shit league this season, our players have risen to the top in terms of like what expectancy and stuff. I think Mbeumo, all right, he's dropped off a little bit recently, but done quite decent. The late if he stays fit, fair enough. But you know, when he was fit, he was our best defender available at the time. Besides Martinez, he wasn't available. Mazraoui, solid, like 7 out of 10 every week, not really getting much wrong. But if you look at all the signings, Dorgu as well, even under Carrick became fucking a revelation, started doing up madness at fucking Emirates ground out of nowhere. So you're looking at it, and I think we've done well recently. Small sample size, granted. So we'll have to see how it goes next year. But I think there's evidence to suggest that we've done well already. Those signings are the reason that we're third. Because we've had a change of manager. We have 3 managers this fucking season, and because of our signings, we've managed to be okay. That's what I truly feel.
Yeah, just to counteract on that, it's just the basics. So, like, I wouldn't say any of us have done well with the recruitment. It's just basics. Like we had Ed Woodward, who just constantly purchased 34-year-olds, 33-year-olds, 27-year-olds, 28-year-olds. Like, he didn't really buy any young gems, like, you know, youngsters or any of that. Like, what any of us are doing is a basic job, like just basic. They're not doing anything phenomenal. They're not doing anything well. It's just basic. You go to any other football club who are run properly, look at their recruitment. Exact same. Just basic. Yes, obviously to back that, you have to win trophies. You have to compete. You have to have a system in place. You have to have an identity in place. I don't think Man United's identity is there yet at all under any else. But the recruitment side of things, I think we're just giving them too much gas, man, because Mbeumo's done well, Cunha's done well, Le Mans has done a phenomenal job, should we say. But I'm just saying, like, I just think from a level standpoint, I think they've done basic.
But is it not true? All right, but true. That's fine. But at the time, Ben, when Liverpool made all those signings, you would have said they've just had a much better window than ours. You would have just said that. Everyone would have fucking just said that. Yeah. But ultimately, it didn't work out that way. Sometimes you have to look at it and say, okay, on paper, these signings look great. Like, everyone would always argue with me fucking in school and college and whatever, this PSG team's going to win everything because they've got fucking Messi and Mbappe and whoever the fuck there. I'm like, that's not going to work on paper. Paper doesn't win games. Paper doesn't win shit. Look at Chelsea's team. Chelsea's team over £1 billion. Wins fuck all. Because they're not good enough. We had a Galactical era with Pogba and we were buying everyone. Did anyone seriously think we were going to win fuck all? Because it never works like that. We should have the Galactical era. So what I'm saying is, like, you could still look back at it and say, I think they've done. You can say it's basics, but every team would have Sesko starting for them right now, except for like maybe Liverpool and City and Brentford. So 17 out of 20 teams would have Sesko playing for them. Then their striker, I would argue, where he's been playing, and to counteract
the thing. What I would say though, listen, but buying Galacticos players without having building a proper squad, using the transfer windows correctly, buying players, like if you're signing 4 in the summer, signing 3 in January, and doing it over 2 different seasons. We didn't do that. No Man City did. Man City did that.
And the cheaters. Yeah, but that's the point.
Yeah, but listen, at the end of the day, we've got our owners who take money out of Manchester United and their owners who want to put money into it by any means necessary. At the end of the day, that's what it is. But that's what they do. So football clubs buy what they need. Manchester United do not sign players. So we've been here, and you don't want to get yourself in defending Eski. It's never good, to be fair.
I'm not. No. I'm just trying to raise the counter argument. I'm not trying to defend racist, this, that, and the thirds, xenophobic.
No, I'm not talking about racism. I'm not just saying to you, the Ineos have made huge mistakes in this transfer window. We've still got places like Mason Mount. Why didn't they move him in the summer? We know there's going to be injury prone. They're just giving Harry Maguire a contract. What are we doing here?
I don't think that's the end of the world. I think
he's a limited guy. He's a limited guy. He's a limited guy. The window that's supposed to have gone well, Mazraoui hardly ever plays, and De Ligt is not playing because he's got a long-term injury. So we can praise all this Ineos thing. Who really? Zerski doesn't play. So are we saying that Zirkzee not an Ineos spy?
No.
He's an Ineos spy. He is.
Yeah, but we all want Zirkzee to play.
We bought Mbeumo and Cunha. Mbeumo's been off it. He's not scored goal in how many games? Cunha has come back in and scored a couple of goals. But we're making it out like we've signed great players. Sesko has been decent, come off the bench and scored goals. But they're not, like Ben said, they've not been amazing. They've not been amazing. All of them haven't been.
No, but
the difference is that at Liverpool, those guys are bought for big money. So did Manchester United bought Mbeumo, Cunha, and Sesko for big money as well. People forget that.
Big money.
There's a reason behind all this, though, because we're not in the Champions League, so we have to entice these players with big contracts. When you go to Liverpool and they approach you, they don't have to offer you big money because they're giving you the chance to play for the champions of England. It's a lot different than what's actually going on. So, like I say, you can spin everything certain ways, and it's fine. And what you're saying isn't wrong. What you're saying, you have credit to what you're saying.
By the way, people, it's still 0-0, 68 minutes, Jamaica and Congo. Go ahead.
Yeah, man. So, thanks for the update. Yeah. Hope the man didn't win, whoever you want. But what I'm saying is, I think you can look at it and look at it in relation in context to the rest of the teams in the league. No team really this season has had a player that they've bought and they thought, wow, absolutely sensational, smashed it. Besides like Igor Thiago, no one knew Igor Thiago was going to come in and do that. And I would say, yeah, he's been probably the sign of the season because who would have thought that, right? Smashed it. But no one else is really tearing it away. So we're saying, oh, we've not done this, that, and the third. But neither has anyone else. So I don't understand this whole, we need to be doing this, that, and the third. But realistically, no one has ever done any of these things that you're trying to mention. When you're saying buy 4 players in the summer to be in January, what fucking team does that? Sorry to swear. No, what team does that? There is no team in England that goes and does that. And the ones you didn't mention, Manchester City, are on trial, mate. And the other team that does that sometimes is Chelsea, who get docked points. So what I'm saying is you're trying to compete with teams that are just cheating, basically. You can't do these things. If they've set the standard, then I don't want to follow that standard because they cheated and we're going to be fucking in the docks next. So what I'm saying is we need to slow the roll, look at what we are. We're paying over the odds for players because we're shit and not in the Champions League. If we approach players now next season, we're not going to offer them stupid wages. We don't need to because we're in the Champions League. We're offering players that don't play in the Champions League to play in there. If we offer Jimmy Garner some money now, obviously he might want to play for us. If we offered him like, I don't know, just slightly more what he's on at Everton, he'd fucking take it. He wouldn't demand much. We're offering him Champions League football. We'd have dreamed about that his whole life. So I can look at it that way. So it does depend how you spin it. But I do hear what you're saying. But like I said, I'm not trying to. If it's coming across like I'm trying to big up Ineos and this, that, and the third, I'm not. I'm just trying to say in relation to what everyone else has done in the league and in Europe as well. Like some of our players were in contention for signing of the season. Obviously, Benmo has dropped off, but he's probably still in contention for one of the good signing of the season. Definitely, Sesko's top 3 signing striker signings of the season. Like Ekitike, fucking Igor Thiago, and then like Sesko. I would say still better than Gyökeres. Come on, I do think we just got to call a spade and just say they've done half decent this season. And in my opinion, our attacking talent is the reason we're third, regardless of whether it was Amorim or Carrick, because the stats back it up for both. Under both managers, we've had great attacking stats. So I don't think it really comes down to 5 at the back or whatever. I think the recruitment was just that good enough. It just fucking carries you. Walter always finds its level. If you buy 6 attacking players, all of a sudden you might just score bare goals. And Man United, stats-wise, that's what happened. Was it sustainable? That's an argument for another day. Did we have to set the manager? Argument for another day. But the one constant is we were attacking threat throughout 30, however many games of the season. And that's based on recruitment, I think.
We must understand this though, like when it comes to especially the last summer there, obviously with Mbeumo, Cunha and Sesko, like realistically, obviously they got the job done, like they got the signing in the door. But bro, Cunha was linked with Manchester United years ago. Cunha's a long time Man United fan. Mbeumo is a Man United fan. Sesko talked about Man United, talked about Zlatan Ibrahimovic being his idol. Zlatan Ibrahimovic obviously played for Man United. Bro, I think partially, like probably a small percentage, maybe 25 or 30%, all that comes down to, right, Mbeumo, what club do you want? What's your dream club to play for? Man United, because he supports Man United. I just think not most of the credit should be down to the recruitment staff. I do think partially players want to come to Man United because they love Man United, they support Man United. And I think when it comes to like when you mentioned Liverpool, like obviously they spent $500 million over the summer. Remember, the only reason why Liverpool have struggled so much this season is because they've completely changed their system. They've completely changed their tactics. Liverpool have never played with a number 10 since Felipe Coutinho. And Felipe Coutinho, when he was there at Liverpool under Jurgen Klopp, before Coutinho left, Liverpool weren't really that great. They weren't
No.
controlling games. They weren't
You're
actually
right, yeah.
sustaining pressure.
You're right.
Once Liverpool got rid of Coutinho and used that 140 million quid or whatever it was to spend on the midfield, to spend on Salah, Virgil van Dijk, they wanted to change the complete their whole system and move to a 3-man midfield. Obviously, we've seen with Wijnaldum, we've seen what do you call the Brazilian CDM, Fabinho, and then who was the other guy?
Milner,
No, there
James.
was another. Who was the other one?
Hendo.
Yeah, Hendo. Like those 3-man midfields there, like, you know, people would say that's not a good midfield at all. That's not going to be a Premier
No,
League
it
title.
wasn't. It
But
wasn't. No,
it wasn't.
It-
But it's the fact
Hendo
that
wasn't.
they're coached. They're
Henderson,
coached.
Wijnaldum, and who else was the third midfielder?
Fabinho.
Fabinho, Wijnaldum, Hendo.
Yeah, but there's just, but it's the then the coaching tactics comes in, the system comes in, the identity comes in. Like, this is one of the reasons why Liverpool are just struggling this season. It's not because, well, yeah, obviously some of it is down to Arne Slot, because obviously his in-game management's been shocking. Some of his tactics haven't been great, but Liverpool are completely adapting to a new system. They've never played at number 10, a single number 10 in what? When did Felipe Coutinho play? When did he leave? Like, what? We're talking about 5 or 6 years ago, man. Like, you know.
By the
they're
way,
playing a
Ben, listen, we
completely
need to
new
wrap it
system.
up, Ben. That's
Yeah,
gonna be
big
your
up,
last
man.
comment.
Big up.
And listen, no, last comment, because we got to get off as well in the morning. But go ahead, Eski, rebuttal that, and then we'll call it a night.
Yeah,
It's still 0-0, by the way.
There's still no. All right, yeah. I'm not check out this game and then go to sleep after. But yeah, no. Like I said, no. Good points, Ben. Fairly made. But like I said, yeah. Just for me, I think sometimes again the bar is low. Like I said to Rodin at the start of the stream, the bar is low. But when United is so bad, and I'm talking about Michael Carrick, I'm talking about the recruitment and stuff. It's still like, well, compared to buying this, that, and the third, then yeah, it does actually look quite good. But I just do think it's like sort of my argument would be, would fucking Roy Hodgson win the treble with that Man City team that did, or 4 in a row? I'd argue, yeah. Sometimes the teams just find their level and they're good enough to win. Every France team ever would have won those World Cups. It doesn't matter if Didier Deschamps was there in charge or not. I'm not saying galactical teams win. I'm saying just well-oiled, fucking functional teams win these kind of things. And when you have a super team that were, you know, bought by whatever cheating kind of money, you know, allegedly still, that's what you get. So for me, I do think in the first time that I can look back and say in the last decade, and I can say Ineos have actually bought, this set of buyers, this set of recruitment team for Man United have actually done smart business, and all of a sudden we end up third in the Premier League, regardless of who the manager was, and we've had 3 this season. The last time we've had like multiple managers in the season, Ralph Rangnick fucked it off. With Michael Carrick for a bit, obviously then it was Ralph Rangnick fucked it off, Amorim fucked it off. So every time we've had interims, besides this time, we've done well. So I'm looking as to why, and the factor that I'm looking at as the constant. And to make my point up, I was using the attacking stats over the 2 courses of managers. It's the fact that I think the attacking talent we've bought this season, including Sanderman, like you've said, he's been a phenomenal talent, and he would have been a Woodward signing. He was bought based on he made the most saves, I think, in a European league last year, something along those lines. One of you can correct me or someone in the chat, but basically he was bought based on statistics. Looks great. His value now is quadrupled. Whatever else, obviously, I'm not looking.
Listen, you know what? I would have done better than Jeremy Bloody Beadle.
Yeah,
I would have done better. As I go, I would have caught the ball. Lemons has done well. He's very calm. He's got the temperament to play for a big club. Yes, he made a lot of saves. Yeah, he made a lot of saves. But that's in the Belgium league. But to me, he's even surprised me. And we talked about him. We did the scouting report and everything.
Fantastic signing. Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. So sometimes just got to give a little bit of credit. I'm not saying, praise them and they're going to take us to whatever the fucking it's amazing. No, I'm just saying, from what I've seen this season, you've done okay. Let's see what you do next season. If they completely fuck it, Ben, I'm with you, man. You know, buckle up, man. We've been taking that train all the way, wherever it's going to go. And they're absolutely shit. So that's what I'm saying. It just depends on what we do and what we build on. Like I'm saying, I just got to give them a little bit of credit for, I think they're primarily the reason that we're third this season. I don't really put it on the managers that much. I think the attacking talent has just got us that far. We've scored so many goals, created so many chances, and that's just based on Bruno having a world-class season and our attacking talents just doing so well. And all of our attacking talents have been in your signings, bar Ahmad. So Dorgu, Cunha, Sesko and Mbeumo, all them 4 have done really well this season when they've played. So that's what I would argue.
Yeah. Big up, man.
Big up the gang, man. Big up to everybody, man. Big up to everybody. Love and light, people. Listen, we're going to be here in Newcastle. Let me just give the final update of the poll that we've done. Who would you get out of Newcastle? The poll, 55% Tonali, 27% Lewis Hall, and 21% Bruno G. I'm quite shocked and surprised at that. Obviously, Tonali is a fantastic player, but I think Lewis Hall would literally transform us. But we need midfielders. So to me, I would sign Tonali if we're playing 3 midfielders in or across the midfield next season. If we're doing that, then I would definitely go and get Tonali. If we're doing a 2-man thing, I don't think it's going to be that great, me personally. But Lewis Hall, we need a left back, 100 million %. Don't let any Man United fans tell you that we don't need a left back. We need a left back, but we need 8 players. We need 2 full backs. We need 2 centre backs, 3 midfielders, and a right winger. Don't let anybody tell you otherwise. And I don't see that happening. And that level of squad and intensity and quality is needed for Manchester United to be able to play on multiple fronts next season. Remember, this season we got knocked out of both the League Cup and the FA Cup the first time of asking. That can't happen next season. But also playing 3 games in the Champions League, with the Champions League playing on a Saturday, Tuesday, then playing Saturday, or sometimes playing Saturday, Wednesday, then Sunday, is not going to be easy, people. Newcastle are finding it the hard way. By the way, they're on 42 points, Newcastle. If they were to win the next 7 games, that will make them finish. They will finish with 60. They're on 42 now. They'll be on 63 points. Is 63 points good enough to get Champions League? Maybe. But there's no hiccups for them. So for them to make it to the Champions League, they'll have to win all 7 games and hope everybody else above them is slipping up. They're sitting on 12th in the Premier League right now. And by the way, the game, Jamaica and Congo is still 0-0. Big up and love, people. Look after each other. Free Palestine, Lebanon, free Iran, free all the people everywhere that are oppressed. F the war machine, the Zeos, you know who you are. And F anybody who's supporting this BS genocide that everybody can see. They passed a law today, the state of, the state that's not real. They passed the law, and basically now they can literally hang and execute any Palestinian person they accuse of being against them. Can you imagine people who are under occupation, resisting occupation, and they can be grabbed up and be hanged, and they're wearing nooses? They're literal Nazis. That's who they are. But this country supports them. All of the most Western countries support them because we know why. Because they got all of the politicians with little children. That's what Epstein was a Mossad job. All of the pedophiles. That's why we're seeing we're at the war. The whole war, they got Trump with little kids. That's why you have to attack Iran. That is what's happening, people. But you know where we are. Love and light. F the Glazers, Sevinios all the time. You know how it is. And I've got no problem with the US people. I've got no problem with the UAE people. I've got problem with their governments. I've got no problem. But you know where we are. Love and light. Big up to Ben. Happy belated birthday, fella Eski. Big up to you for jumping on, my guy.
Yeah.
Big up to every one of you watching. Please hype the video. Subscribe to the channel if you're not already subscribed. We are 140, 160 away still from 15K. The least you can do is to do that. Take care, people. Love and light. Big up.
Yeah, man.
Peace. Take care.